Welcome back, friends. I'm Anna, if you're new here. Alright, we're on day 45, creating a habit, a healthy habit. That's what this is all about. We're going to start at the top of our mat. We're going to do our sun salutation B this morning, or this afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Right, so we're going to start in our chair. So we're going to take a nice big inhale, bring our butts down, take our arms up. And then we're going to reach down for our toes, and on an exhale, straighten the legs up as far as we can. Drop the head, hands to knees. Inhale deeply, flatten the back. We're going to find the floor with our hands. We're going to step back to a high plank. So remember, in our high plank, when we're going down, we can take our knees down if we need to. So we inhale, shift forward slightly. We exhale, lower down, tuck the elbows, chaturanga, low plank. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. You can drop the legs. Exhale, back to your downward dog. We step forward our right foot. We find our warrior one, reaching for the sky. Back down to earth with those hands. Find our high plank again. Shift forward on an inhale. Exhale, lower down, tuck the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Step forward that left foot. Warrior one again. Breathe in deeply, reaching for the sky. Back down to earth with those hands. High plank again, shift forward on an inhale, lower down, low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward dog. All right, in our downward dog, we breathe. 3 to 5 rounds of breath here. We scan the body. We're figuring out what's going on within the self. We move. You can take the hips from left to right. Bend the knees, take the heels off the mat. Whatever feels good within yourself. This is your practice. I am just here to guide. Alright, we're going to look between our thumbs, and we're slowly going to walk our feet back up between our hands. We take our hands to our knees, inhale deeply, flatten the back. Exhale, take the fingertips to where they can come towards the mat, drop the head. And then on a nice big inhale, we're going to drop that butt, bend the knees, lift the arms up, and we've got our chair. And voila, we are done. All right, yogi squat. So finding our yogi squat, feet about mat width apart, and we're going to come down, hands in front, palms facing each other. We're taking that butt down as far as we can, and we're getting comfortable, and we're just going to sway from left to right, arms out in front, that back as straight as we can have her. Just swaying from left to right, keeping those arms nice and still, gazing past. Alright, we'll stop in the middle there. Gonna bring those elbows into those knees and push them out. Palms are connecting. And again, we're pushing out those knees, creating that amazing stretch in the hips, gazing forward. We are straight in our back. And then we're going to open up the arms. So let's take our left arm, take a big inhale. We're going to take our left arm up and our right down. We're taking our gaze up with the lifted hand. Inhale. On the exhale, opening up the arms. Inhale. Exhale, open up the arms. One more on each side. After this one, inhale, push out those knees. Exhale, open up the arms. Take the gaze up. Inhale. And last one. Awesome. Cool. Push those knees out again. We're going to rock from left to right. Palms are connected. Let's take our hands to our mat. Lift that butt up. Stretch out those legs. Move the hips from left to right. And we shall come to the back of our mat. Walk our hands up to a downward dog position. Nice narrow dog. So our feet are hip width apart. Our arms are shoulder width apart. We're going to find our lizard. Our lucky lizard pose, right? So let's bring forward our right foot. We're bringing it to the outer side of that right hand. And then we're dropping that back knee, tucking the toes. And we're going to take that front foot and we're just going to let it be angled. So big toe towards the corner of the mat. We're going to take our palms out in front. And we're going to drop our elbows if we can. And if we can't, we can just stay here and just practice getting those elbows down to where we can. We're paying attention to every sensation that's going on within that front hip. We're going to take a few rounds of breath here. You can take blocks under the elbows as well. Right, we're going to take a deep inhale, and on our exhale we're going to take our right hand and we're going to gently push. We're not forcing, we're just gently pushing that knee out that little bit further, but we are keeping that front foot grounded. So the big toe is pushing on the mat and the heel, and we're gently pushing, opening up our chest and breathing cool, calm, and controlled. Paying attention to what's happening within the self. And then we'll come back to our elbow, and again let's take 2 rounds of breath. Looking down at our mat. We'll take our palms out in front so they're directly under our shoulders, and we're going to tuck that back foot's toes, lift that knee, and we are just going to rock backwards and forwards. And then we're going to come back to our downward dog, our narrow downward dog. Move to the other side of the mat if you need to. So we've got our narrow dog, and we're going to bring forward that right foot. Same deal. Take that foot angular, and we'll drop that back knee. Point the toes, take the arms out in front, and we can stay here, or if you are able to, drop those elbows. Keeping that front foot nice and grounded, toes and heel nice and stable. Feeling the sensations, any type of tension we've got going on, and we're working on that with breath. Creating that calm. And then on an exhale, taking that left hand, placing it on that knee, and just gently pushing her outward and opening up the chest. Breathing cool, calm, and controlled. Awesome. Bring those palms back to the mat under our shoulders. Take our front foot, face it forward, lift that back leg, and we're rocking backwards and forwards. And we come back. Awesome. We're going to find our high plank, and we've got our high plank pigeon switches. We're going to do, let's go 4 on each side. So we've got our high plank, shoulders are stacked above the wrists, and we are bringing forward that right knee, dropping that back knee, pointing the toes, half pigeon. Breathe in, come back down, tuck the toes, lift the knee back to high plank. Lift, drop the knee, point the toes, open the chest, back to high plank. So we've got 1, 2, that's 2. Should I say 3 or 4? We're going for 4. So right, lift up that chest on an inhale, back to high plank. Left side half pigeon, drop the knee, point the toes, lift the chest. And 1 more on each side. Nice, last one. Left side, drop the knee, point the toe, lift the chest. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, back to high plank. Awesome, we're finding our downward dog. So we've got our downward dog flow here. So we're going to go for 10. So on an exhale, we have our downward dog. On an inhale, we come forward, we drop the hips, we open the chest, and we find an upward dog variation. So we're not tucking our toes. So inhale. So we're going for 10. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Right, coming down to our butt. We've got our leg raises. So our feet are nice and straight out in front of us. We've got our staff pose. We're going to create a nice L. So arms above head, breathing in deeply. We're going to take our fingertips and we're placing them next to our thighs, pointing those toes, nice strong engaged legs, and we're just lifting. We're going to go for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex the feet, drop the heels, reach to where you can and fold forward. So that's 1 round. Fingertips again, pointed toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex the feet, drop the heels, fold forward. Enjoy the stretch. Awesome. 1 more. Fingertips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex the feet, drop the heels, and fold. Obviously you can fold to where you can fold. Don't stress. We don't stress. Alright, now we do a straddle. So you can have your fingertips in the middle or at the side. So I'm going to try the middle. So I'm yet to do this. So we're going for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex the feet, drop the heels, fold. Alright, and again, trying to keep that back as straight as we can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop the heels, fold. And fingertips at the side if this is more comfortable. Whatever works for you. You find your style. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Flex the feet, drop the heels, and we fold. Fabulous. The folding feels amazing. Right, Sphnix push-ups. Finding our high plank. Not our high plank, I always say high plank. We're finding our forearm plank. We're going to go for 10, or we're going to just hold a plank. If you just hold your forearm plank like so, that is working enough until you are ready to give the Sphnix push-ups a try. So with the Sphnix push-ups, you push the palms, lift the elbows, drop the elbows. It's not easy, but it's not incredibly hard. Just give it a try, even if you just hold the plank though. And we're going to go for 10. So breathe in, lift, exhale, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and down. 10. We're holding our plank. We're going to slowly drop our knees, slowly drop our hips, and we're going to come back to a child's pose. Bringing that butt between the heels, arms out in front, and we are done. Namaste, kudos. Happy Wednesday if you're following along on the actual days. Or amazing work, we are at 45. See you tomorrow.